Okay, so I kept telling all you guys that I was gonna finally start YouTubing and all of that. So this is my first YouTube video, and I'm gonna be talking about my transition from Invisalign to braces and why Invisalign didn't work for me and what I like about each. So you guys have been asking a lot of questions about like, should you get this or should you get that? Everybody is different, but I'll just tell you. I'll tell you about my story. By the way, Target has all these cute mugs. Insert eye roll here. I'm on a date, kind of nervous with all of y'all. I'm not good at this type of stuff. Okay, so I started Invisalign a year and a half ago. So not this past June, but the June before that. And I went in there and I told him, like, you know, whichever is gonna fix my teeth quicker, Invisalign or braces, it doesn't matter. I just want my teeth fixed because it's always something I've been like really shy about and really uncomfortable with is my smile, because my teeth always went in. That's hard. So my teeth always went in like this because of due to overcrowding, and I also had an overbite. I don't know, you can still kind of tell a little bit, but it used to be bad, like bad. So I'm like, yeah, whatever fixes it, because I never smiled in pictures, never smiled in person. You always get a out of me. Now I actually use my teeth and I love it, and they're not even all the way where they're supposed to be. So yeah, so I started out with this. She told me like, okay, yeah, Invisalign would be cheaper, number one, and it would also work for you like quicker than braces, than traditional braces would. And I'm like, sign me up. Like, that's what I was hoping to hear anyways, you know? Like, you always hear about horror stories of braces and like all of this, and like you get freedom with Invisalign. So whenever she was talking to me about it, she's like, well, you know, you have to have like self-control. You can't just be forgetting about forgetting that you took them out to eat. You can't go to sleep and leave them out, etc. So I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if I want straighter teeth, then I want them fast. So did my initial consultation. Honestly, that part was the worst. Them putting the mold in your mouth for your trays, because they have to do that and then send the mold off to Invisalign wherever they're at. And so that was honestly the worst part, because the stuff is disgusting, it's uncomfortable. So I did that. About 2 weeks later, my trays came in. The dentist gets them all at one time. So I got my trays. Initially, when you first put them in your mouth, they hurt. I'll say like my first 2 trays hurt like the first day, but I took like ibuprofen, Tylenol, that type of thing, and it was gone. It didn't even last long. Going into the latter half of it, now we're close to April, May. It's coming to the end. A year, you know, 12 months is what I was supposed to be in it. Like I said, 26 to 27 trays. So I get to what's supposed to be me going and getting my last tray. This is in like May, I think. Go to get my last tray, and they're like, yeah, we have terrible news. Invisalign isn't working for you and everything that you want done. Mind you, I wanted my overbite fixed and my overcrowding fixed. So I'm like, you're kidding me. They weren't kidding. And then they're like, on top of that, you need your wisdom teeth and your premolars pulled. I've never had any teeth pulled. I never had any major mouth surgery. I had like a few cavities once I turned 21, 22, but as soon as I realized like they went and got them filled. So I'm like, why would you guys, like, what happened? Like, we talked about this, you guys said it would work. They're like, yeah, it's not, every case is different, yada yada. I'm like, okay, whatever. do what you gotta do. So that same day, they had the orthodontist take x-rays of my teeth and actually place these brackets on these things. So yeah, they actually placed those on, but without the light. Fast forward to them putting my bottom row. Nothing hurt, it didn't bother me, it was okay. Like, oh, braces is not so bad after all. It's just a little ugly, you know? No, they went to put my bottom ones on and it literally was ripping into my mouth. Like, you can kind of see there, like, it like tore my gums up a lot. It was bad. So I kept calling them, I'm like, yo, like, this is not okay. I'm not gonna have a bottom lip anymore. They're like, use the wax that they give you. That wax doesn't do anything. It doesn't stick. It doesn't protect anything. So my gums are basically just so. So fast forward to them putting the wires on and me actually having the braces on. It's not that bad. It wasn't that bad. I have to say that the most painful thing is these, and still sometimes they still dig into my gums and on the bottom row. The actual process of my teeth moving hurts just as much as Invisalign, if not a little less. But like I said, I still take Tylenol, ibuprofen, all of that. So going to them telling me I have to get my teeth pulled, came to the agreement with them that I would get my premolars done and then we would think about the wisdom teeth in the future, because no. So I was shook because, like I said, I never had any like major mouth surgery done and nothing like that. I was really shook, terrified going in there. Like, so anyways, yeah, it took maybe like 15 minutes total. It wasn't bad at all. The actual pulling part. So that was that. I have 2 holes up there and they're so ugly. I look like an old person who's started to lose their teeth from deterioration. But, and so I also asked them how long is it gonna take to close in? They're like, not sure. It's just so stressful. So anyways, so now I'll talk to you guys about the pros and cons that I liked about my Invisalign, what I didn't like about my Invisalign, and same for my braces. Mind you, I got my braces in June, so I'm only like 6-7 months in. Which actually is going by really fast, to be honest. So with Invisalign, yes, you get more freedom. So like, you take them out whenever you eat anything or drink, like pretty much anything, except for water. I kept mine in when I drank water. And you're supposed to brush before you put them back in. I did get them thrown away one time at a bar. For some reason, I didn't put them in my case. I set them on a napkin. Look at your Invisalign retainers. I look down, I'm like, oh no. I immediately knew that he threw them away. So I'm like, oh my God. You threw my Invisalign away, didn't you? He's like, I didn't know there was Invisalign in there. I just picked it up, wasn't looking. I'm like, fuck. He's like, do you want me to look through the, no sir. It will be fine right there. So I called my dentist the next day. They're like, come in, we'll just see if you can fit your next set early. Luckily went in and I was able to put my new set on. So that is another downside. You have to be really, really careful about getting them thrown away or you throwing them away on accident yourself. That was literally the only like mishap I had with them. Let's see. Other downside, that's pretty much it. Invisalign is really easy except for the fact that it wasn't fixing my overbite. Even with when my Invisalign were on, my teeth looked so perfect, like within 6 months, so perfect. So sad that they didn't work for me. But what I took from it was, I think that if you don't really have that major, or if you had braces before and you, let's say, didn't wear your retainer or something like that, I think that Invisalign would be good for you. But for cases like me with an overbite, if you have an overbite or an underbite or a crossbite, I don't think the Invisalign is a good thing for you. Not to waste your time. And braces, my downside is whenever, well, first of all, they had to put these a blue thing in, and they're just uncomfortable, but they do it so you don't, like me, I grind my teeth badly. So they do it so you don't, it prevents you knocking off these, especially since I have an overbite. And the other major downside is tearing up of my gums. I can't handle it. This is way too much. Like, it literally looks so gross, and it's like I'm not gonna have no inside to my lip anymore. Another downside to braces is certain things you literally can't eat. Like, a lot of soft things tend to get stuck in your braces, and it's really hard to get out, and it feels really disgusting. I like to floss every day, and most of the time between your meals, because so many things can get stuck in to these behind these. And I have like these little crisscross ones they put on the last few times I went into the dentist. Even worse. Okay, so you just take like such. And pull it through. Do that for each tooth, top and bottom. A pain, okay? That's the other downside. With Invisalign, yes, you need to floss every day still, but it's not that hard. You have to have that little stupid tool. Just floss. So, okay, so yeah, I think that those are the only downsides to braces. More downsides than Invisalign, but hey, if you want straight teeth, which I was desperate for, you'll do it. So, I can't even show you how my overbite used to be, but it is a lot better. Oh, also another thing is, I was really mad that I didn't go for the gold. I should have gotten gold braces. That would have been a little bit cuter than this. And at first they told me, like, because you can change this the color of your bracket. Every time you go in for an appointment, like, they actually would color it. At first I'm like, I'm too old to be getting colors. Whether like, okay, by my third visit, no, this is boring. These are so ugly, and I just like them in them out. Let's switch it up. So I didn't go, and I'm like, dang, is it too late for me to go to gold? Because gold would actually kind of fire. If I just needed an easy fix and I just wanted my teeth perfected, if I had, let's say after I finish these braces and then like 10, 20 years down the line, somehow my teeth shift, or you know, there's something I don't like, then I might consider getting Invisalign for like 6 months or whatever it takes to make them perfect. If you have bigger problems like overbite, underbite, crossbite, serious teeth movement that needs to happen, just go straight for braces and get it over with. And you know, yeah, that's my take on braces or Invisalign. And y'all pray for me. Hopefully I'm done closer to the year side than the 2 year side, because again, thank you for watching my first YouTube video. As you can see, I'm still kind of nervous. But there you have it.